Vaheguru 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 Vaheguru
सुल्तान कहाँ मियाँ तेरी कवन वडाई जो तू देहे सो कहाँ स्वामी मैं मूर्ख कहन न जाई क्या हो कथी कथे का देखा मैं अकथना कथना जाई जो तुझ पावे वाहिगुरु जो तुझ पावे सोई आँखा दिल तेरी वडियाई तुझे आगे अरदास हमारी जियो पिंड सब तेरा कहो नानक सब तेरी वडियाई कोई नाम न जाने मेरा वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह Satsang ji, before we start any Katha program, I'd like to just ask our Guru for their blessings because we're going to make mistakes guaranteed. We're not padhe likhe, we're just arm sangat, no one special. Just because we saw that there was a real need for English Katha, we asked the Gurudwara to let us have this chance, and they've been very kind in giving us this time. And also because there was a lot of, Facebook, there are a lot of people who were not Punjabi who were getting into Sikhi. And so we wanted to do something to invite them as well to the Gurudwara. Because as you know now, I just came from the program in central London. There's a lot of people who are not Punjabi who are also care about Guru Maharaj and they want to learn more. So this is for them as well. We're going through Japji Sahib, Pauri at a time. And with Guru's grace, well sometimes might be more than one Pauri at a time, but with Guru's grace, we thought it's important for us to do just Katha of something so important that for 500 years, Sikhs have been doing Japji Sahib every morning. Whenever there's been a Sikh who's come into Sikhi, Japji Sahib tends to be the first thing that they start with. They've been doing Jap of that for 500 years, since Sikhi has been around. But it is also one of the hardest banis to understand, because Anand Sahib is very easy, Sukhmani Sahib is very easy, it's in Punjabi. But Japji Sahib is quite difficult as well to understand. So we thought we'd just go through it slowly. In the last 4 weeks rather, we've gone through the first Mool Mantar, then the first couple of bodies, and this week, with Guru's grace, we'll go through Gaave Kotang, Bove Kisetang. So before we go into that, just to ask for Guru's blessings, we'll just sing through that, because I can't sing very well. Ramta will sing through it. Just that and the body that we're going to go through today, and then we'll just revisit what we studied last week and how it links to what we studied last week to now.
Gaave Kotang Hove Kisetan Gaave Kodat Jane गावे को गुण बढ़ियाइयां चार गावे को विद्या विखम विचार गावे को साज करे तन खे गावे को जी फिर गावे को जापे किसे गावे को मिठे हाथ राह दूं न आवे टोट कथ कथ कथी कोटि कोट कोट देंदा दे लैंदे थक पाहे जुगा जुगंतर खाहे खाहे हुक्मी हुक्म चलाए राम नानक विगसैवे परवाह नानक विगसैवे परवाह.
Last week we covered as much as we could what is home, because the line previously Maharaj says, just before this goes, हुक्मे अंदर सब को बाहर हुक्म ना कोई नानक हुक्मे जे बुझै ता हमें कहे ना कोई. So we talked about what is this deep illness that we sometimes don't even know that it exists. We need Guru to tell us what is home. It's such a deep thing, it's not as simple as just pride. And just to reiterate, if you look at the posters outside for this program, Sikhi in English, there's a YouTube address for all our videos on there. It's on YouTube, Basics of Sikhi. So last week's Katha will be on there, the week before that. And it's hopefully by the end of the whole Japji Sahib, we'll have a nice set of videos on there. So, Maharaj is saying, when we understand the hukum, the order, the divine command, how the whole world is set up, and how we will not speak in home. Then he says, Gave ko taan. Now the thing with the Gave, it goes all the way up to Gave ko vekhe hadra hadu. And it's a benti to anybody who can use Sikhi to the max, and you know how to use it, please come up if you can. And just operate the computer in the back, that would be really helpful for the Sangha. We're a bit short on people today because of the rally in London. But Maharaj is based, there's three ways of understanding this same Gave. For example, some people sing of your strength, Gave ko taan. Some people sing Gave ko taan. Taan means strength. Hove kise taan. Who have strength. So one way of understanding that is that only those people can sing of Waheguru's strength who knows Waheguru's strength. And because no one knows Waheguru's strength, no one can sing of Waheguru's strength. So one way of saying is, who will sing? Jo Jane, he will sing. But no one knows how great you are, so we can't sing. Another way of understanding the same line is to say that when we know the strength of Waheguru in our life, when we see the effects upon it, then we sing the strength of Waheguru. It's a bit like when you've seen magic happen to you, you can talk about that magic. And when Maharaj's magic is real, every Gursikh who believes in Guru will see that happen in their life. And then they'll go around telling people, Maharaj has got a lot of strength, because they know. So some people sing. Another way of understanding this is a bit like the story of, like if there was a hathi and everybody is singing one part of the hathi. So the person who holds on to the trunk of the elephant, he sings about the size of the trunk of the legs. He thinks it's like a tree, the elephant. Somebody else grabs hold of the tail of the elephant, and they can't see anything, so they say it's a bit like a snake. So in many ways, for example, if Guru says, "Aap apni budh hai jeti, banat bin bin to hititi." As much as knowledge as we have, that's what we sing about Waheguru. So taking those three translations in, you can say, look, some people sing of your strength who know of your strength. Who can know of your strength? Only you can. What can we sing of your strength? Some people talk about your gifts. Gave ko daat jane nisan. Some people think about your gifts, who know about your gifts, who've experienced your gifts. But your gifts are so great Who can sing about your gifts? Beyond singing, so many. Some people sing about how many qualities you have, guna, your qualities, how amazing you are, vadiyaiyan, how great you are, how beautiful you are, achar. Some people sing about your knowledge. Gave ko vidya, vikham vichar. Vidya means knowledge, and vikham is difficult, and vichar is to talk about and contemplate. Some people sing that Vaheguru is so difficult to understand, so it's very hard. But who can know how difficult you are? Who can sing about how difficult you are? You're so deep. And Maharaj says, look, Gave ko saaj kare tankhe. Some people sing that Vaheguru made all of us. Saaj kare tankhe. Tan is your body, and He makes you and then He destroys you, become into dust. Khe. But some people sing that Vaheguru made me and Vaheguru will finish me off. And we do sing that as well in Gurbani. But who can even sing about how great that system is? Who can understand that? Only the person who understands about their body totally and about all other bodies out there could talk about that. But also some people only sing about that He's a creator and the destroyer. They might not know about the sustainer. So there's different sides of Vaheguru, and no one can know all the sides of Vaheguru. So everybody's singing from their own sides. And in many ways, we're going to get now to the answer that Guru Sahib gives. It's kind of like a question and answer session. He gives the problem. The problem is, who can sing about your greatness? If anybody knows about your greatness. The other problem is, people that know one part, sing about that one part. And they insist that's the only part. That's also not true. Then Maharaj says, Gave ko ji le phir de. That we go through this life cycle. Ji is our soul. He gives us our soul, and then He takes it back. We could go into this body and we come back out of this body. We go through cycles. And some people sing about that. The Maharaj made a ji ditta. Some people sing, Gave ko jape disse dur. Jape means to see, to recognize. Disse dur. Some people say that Vaheguru is very far away. Like for example, when you go to some of the places of worship, even sometimes in the Gurdwara, you go to the Gurdwara and Guru Granth Sahib is very far away. The Sangat is kept sort of at a distance. There's a big guide. When you go to some of the smaller Gurdwara, there's just a manji, and Guru Granth Sahib is right next to people's. In your houses, for example, when Maharaj have houses, people that have Maharaj in their house, Guru Granth Sahib is very close. Some people keep God far away, say He's very far away. And some people say God is Nirankar. So Nirankar comes from the idea that God has no root, Vaheguru has no root. So therefore, Vaheguru is not in this world. Some people have taken that attitude that Vaheguru is not in this world, the extreme sense. They say, do whatever you want. It's okay. God is Nirankar, He's not here. But Maharaj says, then the next people, some people sing, no, Gave ko vekhe hadra hadur. Some people say, I see Him right now in front of me. Hajra Hajur. Like it says in Jab Sahib, Ye Hajar Hajur hai. He's right here. Hajur means in your Hazuri, right in front of you. Vekhe Hajra Hajur. I can see Vaheguru right now. Some people sing that. And it says in Gurbani that if we do Simran and if we do Kirtan and we come closer to Vaheguru, Bhakti kariye, if we do Bhakti, we can start to see Vaheguru. And you might think, well, how can I see Vaheguru? It says in Gurbani that E netro mereo har tum mein jyot tari har bin ab na dekho koi. Don't see anybody but Vaheguru. And it is a reality that when you look through books, for example, there's books of saints who've written their life stories. One that I really like is by Baba Sant Seva Singh, about Baba Haram Singh. It's called Se Kanhaiya, and you can buy it in Sikh Missionary Society. And in that book, he says one day he saw such amazing light. Everywhere it was just light, and he was actually glowing himself. And they said to Vaheguru, please take this light away. It's too bright. Everybody can see me glowing. They started getting so they could see Vaheguru everywhere. So the spiritual ability that we have, we're not maybe sometimes, because like for example where I am, you wouldn't know how amazing that spirituality is because you don't have that state. But Guru gives us a bit of a good analogy might be that we're on this side of a mirror, of a window, and the window is very dirty. But on the other side is Waheguru, and the light is shining. But the problem is that the screen between us and Waheguru has got so much dirt on it from our previous lives and our this life and from Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar, that we can't see clearly. So Gurbani says that if we wash with Simran and Kirtan, we can start to see clearly. And we can then see Waheguru. So some people say, I can see Waheguru. They start to see Waheguru, they start singing about I can see Waheguru, I can see Waheguru. There's even a famous story about Bhai Nandlal talks about a guy called Mansoor, who was a Muslim Sufi saint. And Mansoor, he made the mistake of telling everybody that he could see Waheguru inside himself. He opened up his coat, and this is in Afghanistan. And he opened up his coat and he goes, everything in here is God. All I see is God inside me. Obviously in Islam that was heresy and they killed him. So Mansoor died because he just spoke the truth about what he saw. So some people sing the truth that they can see him everywhere. And some people say he's very far away. Because when they do Simran, they feel so far away from Waheguru. That's also a part of spirituality as well. That you feel so like you're such a small dot in the universe. Now, this is part of the problem that Guru Nanak Dev Ji is posing now. Because they're saying, how do we sing about this Waheguru? Some people sing what they understand. Some people sing this, some people sing that. Some people have this experience and they sing of that experience. Other people sing of another experience. So what do we do now? What do we talk about? So Maharaj says next, Kathana kathi na ave tod. He says it's okay, calm down, no stress. There's so many kathna is katha like we do, like I'm doing katha now. Maharaj says, don't worry, kathana kathi na ave tod. Don't get stressed that you had to figure it out. We can't figure out Waheguru. We don't have to worry about whether we can figure out the solution. The solution is that Waheguru di katha beyantya. It's beyant means it's got no ending of Waheguru's katha. Everybody who's talking about Waheguru is right in their own place as well. The people that talk about Waheguru being far away, they're right in their place as well. The people that talk about Waheguru being right here, they're right as well. There's no end to this katha. Katna kathina ave tot katha katha kathi koti kot kot. Again he says, look, and people are talking about Waheguru, and there's thousands and hundreds of thousands of people talking about this. There's no ending to this katha. So when we become a bit less stressed about trying to figure out what Waheguru is, that can free us in a little bit. We're not worried. Chalo, what's the next thing? Obviously, Gurbani says, experience Waheguru. Why just trying to understand Waheguru? Why not experience Waheguru? And Gurbani and Simran and all these things that Guru Nanak Dev Ji has given us is a way to experience Waheguru. But some people say, Sikhi is not a religion. That's a very, very important fact to understand. In one way, we are a religion. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji says, Eti sar mazhab khalsa upjyo pardhana is the ultimate mazhab, obviously referring to Hinduism and Islam at that time. It's the third way. But also, it's not a mazhab. It's just a path to Waheguru. It's just a path of enlightenment. It's a practice. Doing Simran, Katha, Kirtan, listening to all these talks is just designed to get you from all of us from A to B. A being here we are as Manas, and B being Devte. Jin Manas te Devte kiye, kar na lagiva. So then Maharaj says, what next? Now Maharaj gets to the important part. He goes, hold on. Deta de lende thakapai. So today's talk is going to focus upon two qualities that come out of this Shabad, this body. Really important qualities for us to imbibe into our life. And this is the first quality, which is thankfulness. Just to be thankful is a very important trait. And what this says is Deta de lande thakapai. That he gives, that Waheguru gives and gives and gives. I can't remember the story of who it happened to, but there was a lady once who kept telling that Waheguru gives me everything. And her father said, I won't give you any food. And the food still came. This Deta de lande thakapai says that Waheguru keeps giving, and lende thak pahe. We in fact get tired of taking. A strange concept, you know, but in fact sometimes it's very true in life that if we keep giving things, in the end sometimes we get a bit tired. We say, no, I don't want to give. That's the good thing about Sikhi. Maharaj gives us his teaching. At one point we want to give back. We want to give back. We don't want to just keep taking. But in Waheguru's case, we can't stop taking because there's the only person that gives. So our whole life we would take from Waheguru. But it says in Gurbani, Den har prabh chhod ke lage aan soy. So Waheguru is a giver. Sabna jiyan ka ik data. There's only one giver for everybody. So we take, but we forget to say thank you. Well, in fact, maybe a way to say the next line, Thakapahi, is that we get tired of saying thank you. Very easy, isn't it? Like we might say thank you for the first 5, 10 times, 15 times, 30 times, but after some time, you know, we get a bit tired of saying thank you to Waheguru. It's part of like human nature. At some point, our ego comes in and says, but you done that, you worked hard for that, so you got it with your own strength. The Guru is saying, hold on, well, you haven't got any strength. Akhan jor, chipena jor, jor na mangan, de na jor. We have no jor. Jor means power, no strength. Everything is from Him. It's a really hard concept to get our head around because obviously in life we can see that when we work hard we get money. And when we have money we can buy stuff with it. And we know that in life, effort you put in, you get back. How to then work around the idea that nothing has come from you, from your own effort, it's come from Waheguru. Deta de, lende thakapahe, juga jugantar khai khai. This is not a problem that only we face. Every single age, every single human being, every single animal, everything that is alive has been getting from Waheguru from day one. So thankfulness is extremely important Sikh trait. And the worst person is the Akirtkana. Akirtkana is somebody who's ungrateful. And in our life, many times, like Sikhi is good because they say before you do anything, come to Guru and do ardas. So we start an action with ardas. But thankfulness and being thankful and not being ungrateful is, I would say, like the first step towards spirituality. They say. Now I remember when I got into Sikhi, I read a book called Conversations with God. It's written by a Gora guy about just new age spirituality. And yesterday, with Maharaji Kirpa, we were teaching at the Kundalini Yoga Festival. Jede Gore Sikh again, the yoga. We were teaching there, and a Punjabi guy from Punjabi family came up to me and he said, because we did the whole of Japji Sahib in 2.5 hours. It was very hard. And this guy said that, you know, I'll be selling a book called Conversation with God, and I was like, oh, I've read that, really influenced me. And he said, Ki, you know, the message that you're giving is so deep, but I think you should simplify it, make it really simple, and just tell people to be thankful. We said, well, we did mention it when we came to that party about Deda, Dela and Detak Pai, but Japji Sahib is so deep, to do the whole Katha Japji Sahib, that you can't just talk about the simple stuff, you have to go into deep stuff as well. But luckily, because we're just doing it body by body this time, we want to talk about thankfulness as an important trait to have in our life. So, if Maharaj is kind of telling us with this is, that listen, in your life, if we can try and say thank you for everything that we have, what that does is, you have a culture of gratefulness inside you. When we have that gratefulness inside us, maybe we'll start to just come closer to Waheguru. And we won't think about the bad things in our life, we'll think about the good things in our life. Now, there's a line from Asa Diwar that talks, no, sorry, that's the wrong one. There's a, sorry, jumped ahead. There's a shabad that we all sing. You know when we eat food? Punjabi, in the Gurdwara they sing the shabad. Datta, datta, ek hai.
Datta datta ek hai, sabko devanhar.
He was saying that look at this letter Datta in Punjabi. Listen, look, the real meaning of this letter is that the giver is one. Data, data means the giver, ek hai. Sabko devanhar. He gives to everybody, not just the bad people and only the good people, not the bad people. Gives to everybody. Just like air gives to everybody. Just like langar is for everybody, no matter if you're good or bad. Guru is like that. He gives to everybody as well. Data, data, ek hai. Sabko devanhar. Gives to everybody.
Dine tot naya bhi agnit par panda.
That this giver doesn't stop. Tot na avi. Tot means an ending. Then they tot na avi never comes to an end. Aganat pare pandar. That their pandar. Pandar is a store. You know, a shop. That's a pandari used to be a shopkeeper. The pandar of Waheguru doesn't finish. Aganat is uncountable how much stuff is inside Waheguru's. And we say another line after that. The Waheguru who is giving us, he's the one who's giving us. Sometimes don't thank your parents for the food, thank Waheguru for the food. The reality of it is it came from Waheguru. Jista ditta khavana. Though the person whose food you're eating, who's a real giver, so praise that one. Don't praise somebody else, praise that one who is the giver. Nanak says that you can't do hukam upon Waheguru. You can't say to Waheguru, give me this. You can't demand from Waheguru. We can't do hukam. What we can do is ardas. We can only ask with our hands. Doi kar jod kare ardas. That's the thing to do. Thankfulness brings with it a desire to ask the right person for the right thing. So Maharaj is saying, in your life, bring thankfulness in, and then focus upon who gave it to you. And if the person who gave it to you is the Creator, then don't do hukam upon that Creator, do ardas. With everything that we do, start with ardas and finish with a thank you. And even when we say Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh, even that, the Khalsa is working not for its own Fateh. The Khalsa is working for Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So we're working for Him. We're not trying to get it for ourselves. We're acknowledging who is the person that we came from. We are from Waheguru. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa. Not somebody else's Khalsa. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa. And what we're working for? Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Work for that Creator. Thank that Creator. And always do ardas to that Creator. We're saying, you are the only one that is real. That's all there is real, is tu hi. You are the only one who is real. You are the only one who gave to me, you are the only one that I get from. So, I only worship you. Tu hi.
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.
Maharaj says in Sukhmani Sahib, he says, Den har prabh chhod ke lage aan suaye, Nanak kahu na sijai, bin naave pat jai. Says that you renounce the one who gave to you. The one who gave to you, we renounce, we say it's not from him, and we attach ourselves to something else. We attach ourselves to our job, to our other things. Then the next line is really important because Nanak says, you will never succeed if you don't worship the one who made you and thank the one who made you, because without the name, there's no honor. We're all going to die. Repeat every time you say to yourself in the morning, I'm going to die one day, and then think, what should I do then? Because when we leave this earth, nothing will go but the Naam. The honor in the next earth is Naam. So when we're singing Waheguru, put yourself into that, because think, without this Waheguru mantra and the Naam, nothing will go with us. We'll just do 5 minutes of Simran, just to acknowledge and say thanks to that great Creator who made us all and gives us everything.
ਸਾਰੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੋ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਜੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਜੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਜੀ श्वास श्वास जपिए तेरा नाम जी श्वास श्वास जपिए तेरा नाम जी श्वास श्वास जपिए तेरा नाम जी श्वास श्वास जपिए तेरा नाम तेरा नाम तेरा नाम तेरा नाम जी तेरा नाम तेरा नाम जी वाहेगुरु 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 Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.
Along with thankfulness and taking the name is also something else that Guru Sahib is telling us. He Hukmi Hukm Chalai Raho Nanak Viksai Ve Parvaho. Nanak says, look, this road we're on, this life we have, is very little of it that we control. Very little of it. It's all done by the hukum. Any strength we have, any knowledge we have, anything good about us, the bad stuff about us, it's all come from hukum. The Creator's been doing it. There's not very little about it that's to do with us. So then it says, Nanak says, look, he takes us along this path. Hukmi hukum chalai raho. Raho is the path that we're walking about life. By the hukum we walk upon this path of Sikhi as well. It's only by Guru's grace that we get this Sikhi. There's a Christian saying, there but for the grace of God go I. You look at somebody, somebody's doing something wrong, you look at them and you think, bahut mada banda, such a bad person. Oh. But, he says, look, if it wasn't for grace, for Waheguru's kirpa upon us, we'd be in that situation. So we say thank you for what we have. But then, Guru says, look, Nanak Viksai Ve Parvaho. When we understand that everything we have and everything that is happening to us is by Waheguru's power and not by our own power, then we start to lose some of our worries. There's no need to have so many worries in life. It's kind of like chill out. It's happening. It's happening with the hukum. Whatever's happening is happening with the hukum. So chill out for a little while. And then Nanak says, be blessed, be happy, and be ve parva. Have no worries. How hard in life. You know, life, everything about life is full of worry. If you meet anybody nowadays, say, oh yeah, stress, work, so many worries. No one says, boss, maja. No one says that. Everybody's like, oh, I'm stressed, man, I got this, I got that. Any single person, whether they're old or even they're young, everybody's got stress upon stress upon stress. Maharaj is saying, I am beparva. I am got no worries. Without any parva means beparva. Nanak says, I am vikse, I am in bliss. I'm watching all this, the hukum that's controlling everything, and I am without any worries. Now worry can be termed chinta. Punjabi is chinta, hai na? Same thing really. Parva and chinta. One side, Maharaj says, and Ramta will read it out, it's from Asa Divar. I'll just bring it up for him. But essentially what Guru says is that, why are you worried? Why are you worried? What did you do to create this world that you're so worried about? And this is from Asa Divar. And Asa Divar is really important. If we can read Asa Divar, they do it every morning here actually, from 5 to 6:30. And if you can make it for the Simran, which is great, after that you can go through Asa Divar. And like it says, Ki parva nahi kise keri, baaj sache naam. I'm not worried about anything but the naam. So there is something to worry about. Don't think that you should just have no worries and forget about everything. There's something to worry about, that's naam. But this Shabad will give us the understanding of that. What should we worry about? And then what should be our focus in life when it comes to Chinta? So earlier on, we said that thankfulness is one of the most important qualities to have in our life. If you want to walk upon this path, start by being thankful for everything that we have. The second thing is to not worry. Chill out. Maharaj says,
So karta chinta kare, jine upaya jag.
Maharaj says, listen, let that creator worry who made the world. Jine upaya jag. Jag is the world. Upaya means to make. So karta, that creator, the one who does everything, let him worry. The one who made the world. Did you make the world? No. So chill out. Got nothing to do with you. So karta chinta kare, let him worry who made the world. Then
Tis Johari swast tis diwan pag.
just gonna get the translation exactly right. What he says is, listen, this Johari Swast, to that person is who I bow. Who do we bow to? But the Creator. The Creator sent the world to us, we only bow to the Creator. There's no difference between Gurbani and Waheguru. Bani didn't call him. And then he says, look, that's the person who I bow to, and Oda Diban Apag. That Diban, the court of Waheguru, the court where Guru Nanak Dev Ji came, the same court that he got given the Guruship, that Diban is eternal. Uda koi ant nahi. It's always going to be there. That's the person that I bow to the Creator. They made the whole world and let him worry about it. And the last line, Guru Sahib tells us then, what should we do next?
Nanak sache naam bin kiya. Nanak sache naam bin kya tikka kya.
Guru says, without the Sache Naam, Nanak Sache Naam Bin, without that true name, what is the point of all these tikke and the strings? Even the Gatra is a string. We have our Gatra, it's a string. Without the Naam, what's the point of it? Ki Fada. What's the Fada of all the holiness that we have, that we carry around? So many people that carry turbans and they're drinking. So many people that are looking like Sikhs but not doing what Sikhs should be doing. What is the point of all these things? Without the Sache Naam, kya tikka, kya tag. It's not just for Hindus to say that what's the point of your tikka and your string. It's for us as well. Without, in our life, if we haven't got the Naam, what is the point of being a Sikh? Nanak ke kar keval Naam. In Guru Nanak Dev Ji's house is only Naam. And the people that come into Guru Nanak Dev Ji's house, matha take and come back here day in, day out, they haven't got Naam. Because they're not doing Naam Simran. What is the point of being a Sikh if you haven't got Naam Simran? What did you think it was for? Well, it's a question, isn't it? There's a famous quote we said, you know, nowadays people say, oh, are you a Gurudas Sikh? Are you a Sikh? Yeah. Are you a Gurudas Sikh? Oh, no, not me. If you're not a Gurudas Sikh, then whose Sikh are you? Because Sikh has to be a student and Guru has to be the disciple. The JFC Guru de Sikh nahi hege, te kede Sikh hege. So for a Sikh to be a Sikh, he has to follow a Guru, and a Guru is teaching you Naam. So for us, Mala says that Jayasi Sikh hege, we have to do Naam. Otherwise, koi faida nahi. Sikhi is not just a moral path, it is a moral path, but it's not just a moral path. It's a spiritual path. And Guru says that on this road of the saints, the first step is morality, but after that is Naam. Guru says, Sant ka marg dharam ki pauri, ko vadpagi pai. The road of the saints, the first step has to be morality and doing righteous living. But then after that, we have to have Naam. So don't just take Sikhi as a religion of being soldier, warriors and all that kind of stuff. That's just that's the icing on the cake. But the cake is Naam. So if we don't eat the cake and just eat the icing, we're going to get sick. Yeah? It's not going to be good for us. We have to eat the cake. It makes us strong enough to survive. You know, cake doesn't make it strong, but Naam makes us strong enough to survive with all the warrior stuff. So now we're going to do a Shabad that takes these two things and puts them together. And it's by Guruji. It says, the Shabad is talking about thankfulness. We can bring thankfulness into it, and also Naam into it. And it's Jatu Mere Wala Hai. If our Guru is with us, what will we have? What can we thank him for? Please, our Benti, because we're not here as any Kirtanis that have come anywhere special. We come here for your Sangha just as much as you might come here to listen to this English Katha. So join us in singing and we'll buzz off you. Because you know, Tusi Kirpa Karo, we'll get the right mat. So please sing along with us. I'm really sorry that the Gurbani is not up there, but we'll go through it line by line and just sing it for the next 10 minutes.
जां तू मेरे वल है तां क्या मुहशंदा.
Guru says, if you're with me, ja tu, if you are mere wal hai, if you're with me, towards me, what do I owe to anybody else? We think we owe our parents, we think we owe society, but actually those things are not important. We owe our Waheguru, that Naam Simran. We made a promise when we were upside down in the womb that we're going to come over here and do Simran, and we forgot. So Maharaj is saying, look, if you're with me, then what should I worry about? What do I owe to anybody else? Don't worry. Just get on with the Simran part. Ja tu mere wal hai.
तुझ सब कुछ मैनो सौंपिया जां तेरा बंदा जां तेरा बंदा.
What should I worry about when I've got you on my side? Then everything you gave to me when I became your slave. Ja tera banda. Banda is a slave. When we give ourselves to our Guru, then he gives us everything. To the sab kich menu sompya. Sompya means to give. You given me everything, Waheguru, when I became your slave. Lakshmi.
लक्ष्मी टोट ना आवे खाए खर्चर हंदा.
Lakshmi is Lakshmi, money. Lakshmi tod na aave. Money doesn't stop. Money doesn't stop no matter how much I eat and consume. Look, we're living in the West here. Sikhs are so successful across the world. We're not a poor society by any way, shape or form. We've got enough to eat, enough to live off. All by Guru's grace. Because we follow Guru, he gives us so much. Sikhs are always giving. Langar chalde pe hain, langar tod na aave. Guru Sahib has blessed this panth to be a wealthy panth for that reason. Because he says in Gurbani, Lakshmi tod na aave, khai kharch rahanda. Let's just keep on buying and spending. Paise nahi karte. But we worry. Still we worry.
लख चौरासी मेदनी सब सेव करंदा.
Even all the animals, all the plants, everything out there work to serve me. Lakshmi, Waheguru. Lakh Chorasi, this is the 84 million, 100,000 Jews, 8.4 million lives. All the beings out there, Sab Seva Karanda, they do my seva. They serve me, the trees give me fruit, the birds, they give, they look after the fields and they plant. All these things serve us. Society serves the human race. Then
ए वैरी मित्र सब कीते आने मंगे मंदा.
all these enemies, any enemies I had, they became my friends. ए वैरी मित्र सब कीतियां. You made them my friends. And then nahi mange man. No one wishes me ill. This is the beauty of if we become towards our Guru, everybody becomes our friend. People like holy people. Everybody likes. Most people will treat holy people nicely out there in the world. It's the truth of our life. Then
लिखा कोई ना पूछे जहर बखसंदा.
imagine, even no one even asks my lekha. When I leave this life, Dharamraj, Maharaj said, if you do this, if you become mine, my slave, when you leave this earth, Dharamraj will not take the sick. Guruji will take the sick. So even Waheguru says that, look, no one will even call you to account. Waheguru himself will bless us. Bakshand, when they bakshta, enu chutti, take him in. That's the what we're looking for. That no one asks us, no one looks at my goods or my bads. Just covers me up and takes me straight in.
आनंद पिया सुख पाया मिल गुरु गोविंदा.
I've become blissful and I've found peace by meeting my Guru, who is also the Lord of the universe. Guru is great. Gur Parameswar, Eko Jan. That's the way we worship our Guru, as if Guru was Waheguru. because Guru Bani is Waheguru. And it says, look, I've become blissful and I've become peace. Ananda is bliss and Sukh is peace. These two things Guru promises all of their Sikhs.
सबे काज सवारिए जा तुद पाबंदा.
All of my affairs, mere sare kaaj, all the things I want to do, Maharaj sorts it out. Like a string has many winds, like this, life is like that. You become a good Sikh, they get straightened. Guru sorts it out. Why put your own power into it when you can have Guru Nanak Dev Ji doing it for you? That's what this is saying. Sabbe kaaj savariye jatud pavanda. If I please my Guru, if we please our Guru, Guru will sort everything out for us. Jasi onu pa liye, pavanda means to please. If we please him, sare kaam theek ho jane. So we'll just sing through this now. We'll finish off with a little bit of Simran.
जान तू मेरे वल है ता क्या महशंदा. जान तू मेरे वल है ता क्या महशंदा. तुझ सब किछ मैनू सौंपिया जा तेरा बंदा. तुझ सब किछ मैनू सौंपिया जा तेरा बंदा. 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 जान तू मेरे वल है ता क्या मुशंदा. जान तू मेरे वल है ता क्या मुशंदा. तुझ सब कुछ मैनू सौंपिया जा तेरा बंदा. तुझ सब कुछ मैनू सौंपिया जा तेरा बंदा. लक्ष्मी टोट ना आवी खाए खर्च रहंदा. लख 84 मेदनी सब सेव करंदा. लक्ष्मी टोट ना आवी खाए खर्च रहंदा. लख 84 मेदनी सब सेव करंदा. ये गरी मित्र सब कीतिया नह मंगे मंदा. लेखा कोई ना पूछे ना हर बखसंदा. जान तू मेरे वल है ता क्या मुशंदा. जान तू मेरे वल है ता क्या मुशंदा. तुझ सब कुछ मैनू सौंपिया जा तेरा बंदा. तुझ सब कुछ मैनू सौंपिया जा तेरा बंदा. आनंद पिया सुख पाया मिल गुरु गोविंदा. सबे काज सवारिए जा तुद पाबंदा. आनंद पिया सुख पाया मिल गुरु गोविंदा. सबे काज सवारिए जा तुद पाबंदा. जान तू मेरे वल है ता क्या मुशंदा. जान तू मेरे वल है ता क्या मुशंदा. तुझ सब कुछ मैनू सौंपिया जा तेरा बंदा. तुझ सब कुछ मैनू सौंपिया जा तेरा बंदा. जा तेरा बंदा. ਜਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਆ ਮੁਸ਼ੰਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਆ ਮੁਸ਼ੰਦਾ ਤੁਧ ਸਭ ਕੁਛ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੌਂਪਿਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਤੁਧ ਸਭ ਕੁਛ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੌਂਪਿਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਤੇਰਾ ਬੰਦਾ।
So in this body, we started off by looking at hukam before, and now Guru Sahib's message to us is one of thankfulness and of chilling out and not doing so many worries. And in fact, when we read Sabr Azari, the very last line says, Ji jant sab saran tumari, sarb chint tud paase, jo tud paave, soi changa, ik nanak ki ardase. We come back to that what we said, do ardas. And the ardas that Guru says is, whatever you give me, let me be happy with it. Everything is being kept by you. Ji jant sab saran tumari, sarb chint tud paase. Every worry, every being is being looked after by that same one. And what does Nanak ask them? Ki, whatever you give me, jo tud paave, soi changa, ik nanak ki ardase. Whatever happens, let us say, thank you. Ohi changaya. That links back to hukam, you see. We get happy with whatever happens when we understand the Creator gives us everything anyway. Recognizing the greatness of that one. I'm sure we've made loads of mistakes. Next week, we look at then, once we've understood what home is, understood what hukam is, and then understood that we should be carefree and we should be also very thankful, what comes next? And that's what we talk about is, how do we please that Creator? How do we get the benefit of now? So, Pulna Chuka Maaf Karniya. Please, please try and bring your Sangat here every week. Every Sunday we'll be going to 6 to 7. And also, this video can be caught up with other videos as well on our YouTube channel, which is Basics of Sikhi. Just Basics of Sikhi on YouTube, you'll find it. Again, Pulna Chuka Maaf Karniya. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.